Okay, let's see. I hope it's not running yet. If it is running, sorry. These are not even ready yet. I was just trying to set up the stream as a whole. Yeah, I guess I'm using this mask. Sorry about that. Fucking cold, but let me just get this. Maybe my gloves. Yeah, I think I have my hand warmers today. Am I streaming now? I am streaming now. I apologize. But yes, Penelope's down here. Salutations, everyone. I'm going to be doing some morning painting. I want to experiment. I've done. My laptop is broken, so I can no longer do my old setup. So we have to do it like this. But honestly, this might be better for my paintings anyway, and also formatting the shorts and everything else. So this ain't that big of a loss. That shit. My shirt does not want to unbutton on the top, so I had to fucking hit my face through it. I might be gaining weight. Wait, I'm having trouble putting this shirt on. I think I gained more weight. I'll be there painting in a second. I wasn't expecting it to go live immediately. Alright. Let me grab my water. So the first thing we're going to do is on the big canvas here. On this big canvas, we are going to, let me first see if I can, let me see, we are live, okay? And so, okay, you know what, we're just painting, and we're just gonna hope people show up. If they don't, I know this was a failed experiment, and I'll have to figure out a new way to do my usual. But if nothing else, this would be a good way to, this would be a good way. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera settings. Just having it like this, though it's objectively a worse view, I can at least see the stream and everything going on. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get another thing of water because this water's ran out and I have dry mouth like a motherfucker right now. I forgot to get a trash bag. I had to use temporary bags. Yeah, I went right through this bottle of water in like 2 sips. I have a medication that gives me dry mouth really bad that I don't even want to be taking anymore, but I kind of had to. Yeah. Let's see if there's any way I can share it real quick though. Let's see if there's any way I can share this stream. Doesn't really look like it though. Oh wait. Is this working now? Yeah, try to figure. I don't think there's any way for me to share the stream, unfortunately. So we're just gonna start going. I apologize for the first 5 minutes of nothing. Yeah, let's flip this around real quick. Yeah, let's do that just once again so I can see. Alright, let's begin. There's no background music or anything today. I have really... for me to put background music would pretty much be making it where you couldn't hear me at all, which isn't necessarily a bad thing now that I say that out loud, but I have to pretend people want to hear me, so here we are. Sorry, my voice is a little raspy. I woke up and chugged a thing of coffee. There's a big winter storm, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm working today. I'm 90% sure I am, but I'm going to be awake for at least a while, so I might as well be constructive during this time. And I have a secondary painting I'm going to do. It's the ending of the Togepi painting, the pillar part. I'm going to make the lower body. But I'm just going to paint the lower body. I'm not going to put like little extra leggings like I was thinking of doing because that's just not worth the effort if I'm being honest. I have not cleaned this water in a while. I should probably do that. But it's too late now, so we're just going to begin by covering this whole canvas black. Like I wanted to do in it. This is a painting I wanted to do a long time ago, the Painted Black episode. But unfortunately, it just didn't pan out that way because the paint we had was actually closer to brown. So I ended up making my little abstract art where I kind of like the brush strokes and everything. Yeah. In fact, I should show off that painting next. Oh, I'll probably show off this painting next, but I need to show off that painting in Oshio's art share stream one week because people say they really like that one. But people like the last one I did. The swirl. No, the last one I did was one I did off stream. You could see that one on Blue Sky. It was a resistance painting. I'll just leave it at that. It was a resistance painting. I know I did the fuck Trump stream one day, but that was more of an exception, not a rule. Yeah. But here we are, once again, along the pieces. To be honest, I was kind of also hoping that this format would maybe get a few new viewers on. Doesn't look like that's happening so far. It's okay though. I mostly do this for me anyway, and plenty of people enjoy the aftermath of my painting. I think doing it this way will also be easier for the YouTube shorts I plan on making on my paintings. I don't know when I'm gonna do those yet because I keep making more paintings and I don't feel like I should do it until I have them all on Etsy. But putting everything on Etsy has been about 12 times harder than I was expecting. Alright, I think the next step actually, once I have this canvas completely caked, which it looks like I do, I'm just trying to get the corners a little better. Once this is fully caked on here, I'm going to get another brush to try to kind of thin out the paint a little bit because I think I might have accidentally put just a little too much. But this is the vision I had long ago when I wanted to do the all black painting. So let's see if it comes to life today. Let's paint this. This is just to lay down the paint evenly and maybe take just a little bit of the excess paint off. After that, we have to let it dry. Yeah, it's a jet black. Just try to make it like kind of swirly, cool looking pattern too while we're at it. Yeah, the way we're doing it now is fine. So we have our black canvas now. We are going to let this baby dry for about 20 minutes or so. You know what? I know where I can do I dare do that? I don't have a blow dryer, but I do have a space heater. I have an idea. I'm going to try this. I'm going to put it over here. Oh, I know how I can do this without it getting on the floor. I'm going to do that, though. Move this. Hey, I'm doing stuff over here. I'll be right back over there. I just need to do this. Damn, I just noticed on the top it's not as on there yet. But that's going to have to be okay. It's like I have black paint. I can just paint over that part and be fine. I got black paint on my hands already. I'm going to turn on the heater over here. And hope that helps dry the painting out a little bit faster by the time I need it. I have a job now, so once I get my first paycheck in a few weeks, I will have to, I will be able to buy more art supplies at a more steady pace. Let me grab a trash bag or something. Because I'm going to have to dispose of all the art-related trash anyway. And in the meantime, we are going to do this. We're going to finish the Togepi saga. Last time I did a layer of painting, but this time I'm just going to leave the canvas empty for the simple reason of, that it can't fit. It can't fucking fit. I'm low on white paint. That's what I meant to say. I'm low on white paint, so I just really don't have that much. So we're just going to paint shapes. The skin tone painting most of all. And then I'm just going to make Togepi shapes. I'm not even going to use Togepi as a reference, because I think every Togepi should be special, dang it. But we're just going to paint it right onto white canvas. I'm going to be honest, I might have to consider doing the little art project I did last time. Kind of make this brighter, too. Might want to consider making like the little toes go outwards. You know what? That would make the painting more interesting. But nah, I can do that later. Let me try to shape this a little better though, because right now it's kind of sloppy. Fucker. I did not want that to happen. You know, a little blue toad isn't going to kill anything, but it's not what I wanted to do. You know what? I feel like I kind of have to. Yeah, let me get my little journal painting. You know what? I hate looking at 0 viewers. It's going to discourage me. I'd rather just turn it around and not do the fact I have 0 viewers. Yeah, morning art stream, not really seeing the work. This is all experimental. What the fuck? Now it's just being dumb. What the hell is going on here? No, I don't want to stop my stream. Get the fuck off. No, I don't want to cancel my oh, I accidentally did that. Okay, I figured it out. Alright. Don't even know where I have some scissors. Let's see if I can even find where I have scissors. Because right now I don't see any scissors near me. Maybe I already have them on the art table. I had a bigger pair of scissors at one point, but I can't find them now. Nah, not finding them. You know what? We're just gonna have to live with the fact that these Togepi legs look janky. I'm sure it's fine. All we gotta do at this point is just do some red and blue, yeah. And then I'm gonna go check the painting over there. It's currently warming up. Where the hell is the red paint? I just used it for my last painting I did in private. Here it is, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do some red and blue triangles and shapes. Just to make it a little more alive. Yeah, let me try to... That one's... I really don't like this one, honestly. I think I didn't cook this correctly at all. I might have to fix it later, but I can... The Togepi project is really frustrating for me because on the surface it should be easy as fucking anything, but in reality, I am particularly bad at making things that are supposed to actually look like things. Alright, do that and then get some blue paint. It sucks that I have to keep the white canvas as the white too. I think it looks cool, neater and more evened out, but legitimately, I'm too low on... I am legitimately... Oh, shit. This is wet as fuck. Like your mom. Okay. There's some togepi-ness happening here. Alright, there's some togepi-ness happening here. I'm gonna actually wipe some of this off at the bottom here, because that just doesn't look good. I have to use just a little bit of white paint just to make this look better. Alright, let's see. I might have to use more peach paint just to hammer in the point that this is supposed to look like what it's supposed to look like. There just isn't enough paint on there to do that right now. Yeah, later on, when I find scissors, I'm probably going to cut out some of my painting journal paper and have the feet stick out on both sides to make this look better. But unless I magically find scissors, that's not happening, and it should probably dry now anyway. Let me clean up the paintings here, and I can quickly go and grab my black canvas. Yeah, this will probably be my last stream for a while. Maybe if my work is canceled today, like I said, I'm 90% sure I'm starting tonight. There was a winter storm, and they did cancel the morning shift for today, but that announcement was made last night. Like, I'm 90% sure they're going to have the road situated by 6 p.m. today on the East Coast. I'm going to be bringing my tired ass to work. After shoveling snow for 2 or 3 hours, so that's going to suck. I think a neighbor snow blew some of the hardest stuff there, but it's still not going to be fun. But it is what it is. That's life. You shovel snow and you go to work, and that's why you start resenting snow over time. Let me sponge this a little bit. Oh wow, this sponge is completely dry rotted, but let me sponge this just a little bit. Remove some of the excess paint and maybe add a little texture to it. Yeah, I need to get like sponge brushes in the future, but for now, I think it's the best we can do with this. No, excuse me. Yeah, I need to buy new art supplies once I get my first paycheck or borrow money from my bro. Kinda gotta do that anyway. Oh, hello. So, it looks like someone's joining us. Welcome. We're about to continue with the main painting. I just had to dry off the paint a little bit first. Alright. Oh yeah, this looks like it dried off pretty good. I need to spread the paint around a little bit more on the top though, but I think this is good enough to work with. And we're going to start doing that. This is a painting I've had in mind for a very long time. Here's the canvas, made completely black. Like my soul. For real, for real. Alright, let me try to get some of this excess paint off and then re-dip it. Everything else I gotta do here to make sure it's nice and clean. Sprinkled water in my eye. Cool, it's definitely what I wanted to do. How did it know? Actually, I kind of like this. This is nice and clean looking. Oh yeah, this is clean. This just looks like a black canvas now. Let me keep doing it. Spread it around. Make sure it can dry a little easier. But I think this is good enough to work on. I am trying to just get this last of the white marking up here. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I'm also removing some of the excess paint off of it as well. Come on, you know you want to be painted, little white spot I see here that I'm being OCD about. Okay. How do I want to go about doing this? I think I'll just do it the obvious way of Do I have a dirty? I think I do have a dirty paint. Let me use that as like a little paint palette. At least I thought I did. There was one over here at one point, but it's not here now. I'm gonna just grab another plate then and use that to mix paint. Or rather, just this newspaper's kind of kaput anyway, to be honest, but fuck it. Should I let this dry like a few minutes more? Nah, I don't have time for that. If it doesn't mix properly, go on there properly, I'm gonna do that. But for now, I think this is fine. I don't think I need the black paint anymore. Plus, I need to conserve that. It's starting to run a little bit low. Oh, I didn't even open the gold one yet. I opened the silver one because I used that for the another resistance painting I did off stream. I'll figure out a way to have background music next time I do this, but right now I don't want to do it from my phone because that would just echo loudly. This is glass paint. When I bought this, I didn't realize it was glass paint, but I was just trying to find some gold and silver paint for this painting in specific. I don't think it's really going to affect anything. It's all still water-based and whatnot. Oh, wow, there's like a... Yeah, it looks cool. Just the paint itself. Might as well show that real quick. Yeah. Oh, you have someone. Hi, good morning. Any tips for painting? No. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I just went into painting completely blind. Just go with your inhibitions. Try doing what you want to do, but maybe early on, start with like abstract paintings, so it doesn't have to be particularly anything. Just free painting, and see what you can and can't do. Like you use that as your playground to play around with textures, to play around with brushstroke techniques. Get sponge stuff. Get a hair dryer thing. I wish I had a hair dryer to help this like painting dry, for example. And just look up some art tutorials if you want to like have some hard knowledge on painting. I'm still a beginner myself. I'm doing this mostly for fun, but so far some people have enjoyed my paintings, and I'm really appreciative of that. Like on Blue Sky, I inspired somebody to do a resistance painting, and I have like a little bit of whatchamacallit about that. Um Imposter syndrome, that's what I have from that, because I'm like, no, my paintings aren't good. You're not supposed to be inspired by my paintings. Stop. Alright, this doesn't look as good as I wanted it to, but we're still rolling with the concept. What we're doing essentially, and let me look how good that, okay, you can see it, is making a bunch of chain links. They're a little unsymmetrical, but fuck it, this is meant to be abstract anyway, so it's all good. There is no bad painting, it's only happy little accidents. And I'm gonna do like chains with like different brushes, different sides. This is all just experimentation for the most part. But I went into this completely blind. The first paint stream ever I did was in a hotel room when I was still, well, I'm still technically homeless, but I'm staying at, I have this more stable living area now that where I can do this sort of thing. But and I kind of just did it, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm on like month 3 of painting. Not too happy with this so far, if I'm being honest. The paint doesn't really spread around all that evenly. And you kind of just, the only way to fix it is to cake more on there, which uses more of your supplies, but it is what it is. I should have probably let this dry a little bit more before I started it, but here we are. I'm just trying to make the chains look a little more fuller. Maybe I should go with a smaller chain for the next one, but I kind of want to do a larger chain of silver next. Let me get a different brush for that. Let's see. Thanks. What colors are used? I know it will come out good. I'm using black, silver, and gold today. Yeah, the black is for the canvas itself. I just wanted a black backdrop to the chains to make them kind of pop out more. It might be having the opposite effect, but this is what we're trying. Now let me get the silver paint out and do a silver chain next. Yeah, the silver paint doesn't glisten nearly as much. This is acrylic paint, by the way. We are using acrylic today. Glass paint, more specifically. I didn't mean to buy glass paint, but I don't think it will affect things that much. Maybe it will just dry a little weirder. I don't know. We'll see. But oh wow, this shows much better. But I went with too heavy. Yeah, I would have to use smaller ones. I know I'm making bigger chains right now, but I may want to use smaller brushes because this is all very experimental right now. Yeah. Sorry there's no background music or anything. I'll try to figure out how to do that. You know what? I have an idea, actually, of how I can do that. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to layer it a little bit right here so it looks like the chain is going in the background. It's a little messed up, but actually I kind of like how it's meshed up like that. But very back, I am going to grab my Nintendo Switch and then find and try to find a song. Yeah. This might be annoying to do though because I kind of let's see. I like overlap. Yeah, the overlapping's cool. I want to do a little cleaner for some of the future ones. There we go. That actually works in general for that. Let me get more silver paint on here. I'm just trying to make the change a little more complete. There we go. Come on, this is being dumb. There we go. I gotta change the grip in order. Yeah, these things are really annoying to work with. You can technically hook them up to your PC, but the only downside is that you have to reconnect it every time, and then you have to reconnect it to your Switch. All because my Xbox controller's D-pad refuses to work on the emulator I use for speedrunning Tetris. But hey, I found something. Let's see. How about? You know what? I've never actually played this game before, at least for any extended period of time. I played like a minute. But I'm going to do the Chain of Memories Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Chain of Memories OST. Oh. Please just have it. Or. Nope, I gotta type it out because fucking Nintendo sucks at guessing what you want to type. Never really played this game, but Kingdom Hearts has a pretty dope soundtrack. So we're just gonna do that. Oh, this one's a classic. Tell me if the music's too loud or not. Oh, let me also switch the since we do have a viewer. Oh, I'm dumb. There we go. Yeah, you can hook the Switch controller to your PC. It's actually kind of amazing. You have to do it by Bluetooth, and you have to reapply it every single time you want to play again because it doesn't properly remember. It's really annoying in that sense. All right, let me try to make a smaller chain over here. This is so relaxing. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 only, and just a little. I used to have the PS2 version of Chain of Memories way back when. but I don't have it anymore. Unfortunately, I lost because of my evil stepmom, literally evil stepmom. I lost my entire game collection, including a $300 fucking Chrono Trigger. This is not good at showing you talking. That's kind of annoying. That's like that. Something I could do about that. Not really. I just have to look every so often. Okay, the goal is starting to show a little more now. I think simply put, I didn't wait for this to dry enough before. Okay, that looks a little better, but I need to start doing let me switch to a smaller brush, or at least a different shaped brush. Oh, I have an idea. This is gonna look neat if I can pull it off. I think I might have to wait for this one. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it where it goes in and out of it. Yeah, there we go. So it's like interlocked. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, a little more silver paint. Yeah, let's have it like locked that way, but not that way. Yeah, they're like interlocked with each other a little bit, but not in a consistent way. What order everything I'm doing here is just vibes, if I'm being frank. Okay, this one might have interesting chains. Let me get a little more gold paint. It's starting to run low. The silver paint. Yeah, it seems like the gold and silver paint have like different textures from each other. You know what? Let me do it down here, actually. Hey, Traverse Town. I don't like okay, this is not a good brush for shades, I'm finding out. Or rather, I just don't have the technique down to do this one properly. Okay, I definitely want to use a silver one next. Let's see how this brush goes. Oh, how well can you see this? Oh, yeah, it's showing it pretty well. Let me back it up a little bit just so you can see a little better. Actually, this one I'm going to do overlapping it completely. Because I don't have enough chains doing that. Now let me have this one underlapping this one. Oh, add more silver paint. Alright. Do gold again. How about for movers here? I have an idea. It's gonna be dope if I can do it correctly. Actually, it's gonna be harder to do. I'm gonna like do a gold chain overlapping with another gold chain. Yeah, this is not a really good brush for these chains. I'm gonna retire this one after this chain. Yeah, this is now overlapping with this chain. And the silver has dried here enough where the effect actually works pretty good. Cool. Alright, well, the middle is obviously chaotic and tangled up, but we have a big black empty space here that I would like to fill with paint. Empty canvas is just um is just lost potential, I say. Let me do another like big chain, actually. And let me do like a particularly big chain just for shits and giggles. I might need more silver paint. Also, I think I need a smaller brush for this, despite it being a bigger one. And a little more paint to my palette. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's see. I love tiny streams because there isn't someone spamming. Yeah, that's true. But feel free to subscribe though. I'm gonna try to be streaming as much as I can. I am starting a new job probably today, overnight shift. So most of my streams will probably be at nighttime from now on, out of necessity. Alright, let's just do that. Put at least one more gold chain here, but after that I think it'll become too chaotic. And after that, I'm going to use brushes just to, make things a little more symmetrical and even and connected. Because right now it's a little chaotic and there's a lot of loose ends. Let's do a little baby gold chain over here though. I don't really have one coming from up here yet. Let's do that. And then have it like swerve this way. Yeah. Mhm. Alright. Now I'm gonna try to make an even smaller silver chain, like little tiny in the background kind of silver chain. What's the smallest chain I can make without it fucking up? Oh, the answer is bigger than that one. You know what? Let me try that. Like a little. What happens if I combine like the silver, the goldish silver chain, like gold silver peach? Yeah, let's make some gold silver chains next, actually, for funsies. To make them very small. Yeah, it's the Wonderland thing now. Yeah, gold silver chain looks kind of cool. I like it. I'm glad I thought of this. But I will have to make a new chain. Okay, let me make one more major chain of gold silver going down this way. Yep. Alright, let me start coloring in the detail, making the chains look a little more symmetrical. Because right now it's kind of chaotic. Alright, that's good. Now I have to make a new. I think this will work for the silver chains. I think I have enough silver paint where it will just look silvery. But now we're doing the detailing, making sure the chains look mostly symmetrical, and not just a bunch of like lost area. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts was definitely a good choice for this. Alright. Look for more silver loose ends. But we're doing pretty good, I think. Yeah, we're just trying to make it look a little more full. And some of these parts, it just doesn't look full at all. Oh, you need like a bigger glob of paint over here. Yeah, that's better. Alright, definitely need some work over here. Actually, if anything, I should do this to make it a little less wide. Oh, actually, I kind of like that. It like adds a little texture to the. Adds a little texture to it right there. I like that. Let's see. Hmm. Almost done with silver, I think. I was giving it texture at some parts, but overall we're almost done. Yeah, I think it's painted. I think I mixed it with a little too much black though. Add a little more silver paint. I didn't even want to add as much as I did, but this is probably the last of the silver paint I'm going to need, so it's fine. Add more chains is just going to make it where I got to do more work, so stop adding new chains. Penny, please. It's okay. Yeah, but we're just gonna. We're almost. I think we're almost done buffering this out. This is just the same fucking soundtrack as regular Kingdom Hearts. I guess the sound team was just fucking lazy that session, or rushed like every other game dev has to be. Awkwardly lift up. Hi, welcome back. Here's a little overview of what we have so far. We're almost done. I'm literally just doing the detailing right now, just to make it look a little sharper, a little less disjointed. Alright, we did good on the silver so far. Next, we are going to get more gold and fix up the gold paint, and then I think we're done for the day. Honestly, I probably added too many chains to this. I kind of knew I would though. Like, I just can't have empty canvas. I get, I it my it just bothers my OCD. I think. Yeah, is that a little more fullness to the gold? Make it pop out a little more. Definitely need more right here. Oh, it's like really doesn't want to take it either. Push this a little bit over here. I've lost where I was. Amazing. Yeah, the Hercules World battle music kind of sounds almost like Pokemon battle music, or like the Elite, like in like a gym or something in the Pokemon games. Let's see. Alright. Those definitely need to be connected more. Actually, yeah, let's just change the overlapping here to make it more like that. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to fix this chain specifically. It's the most disjointed one. I think I used too much gold paint. I'm going to be wasting a lot because I didn't use much as I poured. Fucked up a little bit there. And see it being faded there might be helpful. And add a little more coolness to it. To the big chains, especially. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of running out already. Let me just get this big ass chain looking a little neater. Yeah, that barely looks like it's part of the same chain. So let me fix that. Yeah, there's some down here I need to fix up as I'm looking at it. It's like way too faded. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's an abstract after all, but still want it to look as clean as I can get it. Let's see. Anywhere else where it's faded, it's a little faded over here. Make that look a little cooler. A little bit of texturing is fine, but it's a neat song. Alright. I think we've reached a point where adding things might make it just too chaotic. As we're doing a silver gold chain here now. Alright. I think we're about done here, actually. I changed my mind on one thing I did up here, actually. Let me fix that. I mean, I have to add more silver paint here. A little bit of darkness is okay, but that's a little too... okay, it's really not working. Pokemon, I love that game. Yep, I love Pokemon too. I don't know what else to add to that, but I also love Pokemon. I use Pokemon music as my background a lot for these painting episodes too. It's far from perfect. It's a little globby, quite frankly. But I think it's about as good as it's going to get. Anything else will just kind of lead to more problems. And I want to have some of the black canvas showing just because the black canvas looks cool. I might have overcooked with the layering a little bit and it might not mix or dry correctly, but here's the final result of what we have for this painting. Yep. Gold and silver chains dancing together. Actually, let's have more control of what I'm showing. Let me flip it over. There we go. This looks kind of sweet. Oh, the wet paint's like reflecting off of it. Yeah, it's far from perfect. But I think it has the meshes across. It's very chaotic, but I think it's neat. Oh, it's been an hour. It didn't feel like an hour passed. Oh, and here's the painting I did earlier. It's Togepi's feet. It's like the third part of a painting. I first did Togepi's body, just because I just wanted a Togepi inspired painting. Then I did the head, which included cutting out some paper. I might do that for the tips of their feet here. And then I did the bomb today because I needed to wait for the black paint to dry on this canvas before I did all this work. Oh, I'm clumsy. I was trying to put that away. See, I'm noticing a little bit of unevenness over here. Alright, enough's enough. Oh, thank you for joining me, Mr. Some Guy N9X. Blah, blah. Yeah, this is cool. I'm going to be doing more paintings in the future. I have past painting streams if you want to watch them. They're all on a playlist for painting and stuff. I don't know when I'm going to do a painting next time. It'll probably just be an abstract painting or something for me to get, excited about. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, but, yep, next time, I don't know what I'm going to be streaming next time. Probably Zelda. Probably on Thursday or maybe tomorrow if I don't work tonight and then feel like streaming in the morning or afternoon when I wake up. But probably not. But most likely Thursday evening, like at 10 o'clock at night probably. I am going to be streaming Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom again for the third episode of that. If you want to catch up with every episode if you haven't seen that game yet. It's also on a playlist. So I think I need to put the first episode on the playlist. There's only two. We're going to be doing the third. And you can look at all my other paintings on the playlist too. Hello, person who just joined us. Sorry you're joining us at the very end, but feel free to go back and look at the VOD. I'm going to eventually do a speed painting short of this where I just fast forward the formation of all this. And use that to advertise my Etsy. Right now I'm only selling digital files of my paintings out of necessity of me not having a printer. But eventually I might go the full 9 yards and go with the physical print painting and maybe even the originals themselves in the distant future. I don't know. I kind of get attached to my paintings after I do them, so it's like selling them unless it's for like a commission maybe. It would be a little harder. But we'll see. But thank you for joining us. Remember, you're out of this world, no matter what anyone tells you, and trans rights. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Can't see me. Okay, I'll stop being a dork. Bye-bye.